coming. This is our second Community Connect event. And the idea of Community Connect is to connect with the community, your neighbors, friends, new acquaintances, and maybe learn something. So if you didn't walk in here with a green thumb, I'm hoping you'll walk out without a brown thumb, maybe a little bit greener than it was when you came in. But we've got a great presenter here. I think most of you know Victor. Yay, Victor! Victor's been working at the nursery here in town for 15 years. So if he knows the landscape and gardening, he knows it. Victor Huerta, and he does gardening, landscaping, hardscaping, irrigation, and he's going to answer your questions and kind of give you details on what it takes to be successful gardening here in Agua Dulce. So, Victor, it's all yours.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. I didn't expect this many people, to be honest, and I didn't prepare much of a speech, so I'm kind of just going to roll with everything that I have and kind of give you all the information that can help you guys out. Because here in Agua Dulce, in Acton, our weather is slightly different than other areas. We get extremely cold. We get snow sometimes. We get a lot of snow every like 4 or 6 years, I think. A lot of wind. And we do have a lot of animals that eat almost anything out there. So there's over the years I've been learning the hard way that some plants, even though the book, the Western Garden book, will tell you that plants will grow in this area. We learned the hard way that sometimes they don't. There's a lot of plants that do really well in Santa Clarita area, Valencia, but we bring them over here and they get devoured by animals. We get ground squirrels, gophers, rabbits, and even deers I've seen. So we do have specialized in the nursery on plants that we can grow out here. For example, I brought some samples for that, and again, this is some of them. And I couldn't bring everything that really grows here, but I did brought some of them in some areas that you can grow better than others, like around your house. We call it microclimate areas. Those are areas that are protected from the house, and during the winter time, the heat of the house will give that enough protection difference that you can grow a certain plant more than in an open area. For example, sweet pea is one of those plants that likes to have a little bit of protection, and just around the house will be enough. And it's one of our most selling plants, and the fact that it grows a lot of flowers throughout the whole year. Like right now it's winter, we had it out there. It does have a little bit of frostbite. If later on you want to take a look around, you will see it has a little bit of black on the tips of the leaves, and that's because of the frost that we get here, the cold weather. But it has flowers on it. You see it has little nice pink flowers on it. That's because that's how much of flowers that plant gives out throughout the whole year. So that's one of them. Another plant that is really sells a lot with us, that it's evergreen flowers and it's really decorated, is the variegated lavender. That's a lavender that is not really common out here, but it's a really, really nice plant that it's a lot more clean looking plant than other lavenders. And for that reason, it's one of my most selling lavenders. Because on the lavenders, you will see a lot of the Spanish, English, and the French lavenders. They're beautiful when they're flowering, purple flowers, just like any other ones. But when the flowers dry out, from a distance, you'll feel like the plant is dying because the dead buds stay on the plant. And it's not because the plant is dying. The shrub will be perfectly fine, but the flowers are still going to be dead buds in it until the next season. Either you trim them back to help it propagate more, sprout more flowers, or it will just do it by itself, which takes a little bit of longer time. With the variegated lavender, it doesn't do that. obviously because the plant is yellow and green, it gives it the idea that it's still nice and healthy even after the flowers are finished, because it will flower just like any other lavender, the purple flowers with the stick on the flower on the top. So again, these are some of the plants that I have. Some of you guys might have some of these ones already growing. Again, rosemary, really, really common plant that we have out here for the same reason. Another plant that we are testing, because we also like to test some of the plants. I didn't bring it right now because it doesn't have any leaves, but bougainvillea is one of the ones that is really, really popular, but in Valencia. We've been testing that plant for 2 years now, and it's coming back every spring. We have customers growing in their garden in completely open areas, and it's thriving. It's already making an arch right here on Sierra Colony. If you guys are familiar with the area on Sierra Colony, they have one that we planted going 3 years now, and it's already grown from one side in an arch about something like 15 feet. And every year it does drop most of the leaves because bougainvilleas are evergreen. So they're not supposed to lose the leaves. But out here on our town, they do drop them. But every spring, they'll come back. So that's one of the ones we're testing. And like she was saying that we do all this. So when we do planting, when we do the landscaping part, we sell all these plants for customers. Unfortunately, when we sell it to the customers, we don't guarantee it because there's a lot of things that can go wrong during the planting. So, but when we do plant it, we do give the guarantee for like 6 to a year, 6 months to a year. So, but on the bougainvilleas, those are some of the plants that when we plant it, we'll let the customers know, look, this is one that we tested, it's growing, thriving really great, but we're not gonna give you the guarantee because it's a plant that's not supposed to grow here. So for that reason, we let the customers know, because we want flowers, right? In our town, we want flowers. Bougainvillea is one of the few plants also that the rabbits don't like it that much. It does have thorns on all over the body. They're beautiful plants, a lot of flowers, but you gotta be careful when you prune them, because they got sharp thorns on them. You don't see them, because all the leaves in it are beautiful, but you definitely will feel them. So again, we do test a lot of things like that, and as we do all the projects, we get all the experience and all this information that I like to share with you guys today. So again, I didn't prepare anything really on speech. I'm more like, you guys had any questions, I'm more than happy to answer as best as I can. Again, all this is from experience, learning what works and what kind of works and what definitely doesn't work. There's a lot of customers that we like roses. And roses are great, but at the same time, they're not the best for out here. They get eaten by the rabbits and gophers if you really put them out in your yard, far out from any protection of the area. But they can still grow. If you can fight the animals, if you decide to go that route, there's a lot of things that can work. There's a lot of things that we tried and they didn't really work, like the shiny tapes on fruit trees. You hang them in there so the birds don't eat the fruit. We seem that to notice that it only works for like a week before the animals and they'll come back and they start eating all the fruit. So yeah, on fruit trees, the best and the easiest fruit tree that you can grow for our weather that we notice is the pomegranate. That's why I brought one of them. Because on fruit trees, that will be another topic. That's the easiest fruit tree that we can grow here. Why? Because it's drought tolerant, super drought tolerant. It's one of the few ones that if you get to water it, you go out for travel a couple of days, a whole week, and during the summer, and something goes wrong that the automatic system fails, you come back and put water on the pomegranate, and it will come back. One of the few ones. But if you do apple trees, plum, peaches, apricots, all those we can definitely grow here. What doesn't really like our weather, it's citrus, avocados, all the limes, lemons, tropicals. They don't like our weather. However, and that's one of the reasons we don't carry them in stock. Like, if you go out to our shop, especially right now during the winter, we will not have them in stock at all. We can special order them for you, but they're not gonna do well out here. You can force them to grow. And believe me, I've seen roads just on Darley Street, just a few blocks from here. There's a house that has a orange tree in front of the house, big, probably like 12, 15 feet tall, with big citrus, orange on them, and it's growing. We don't know how. He has the best green thumb ever. We don't know what he did, especially, but we get customers asking, "Hey, I want that." Okay, we try that, but then again, we tell, "Okay, we do that for you, but there's no guarantee. We plant it, we do it, and offer you." Yes.
So I have citrus trees in pots that are close to the house, but they don't, all the little buds come out, and I think it's maybe the wind that knocks them off. I mean, hundreds of them. So we end up with no, is that?
No.
Because it
No.
doesn't like it out there.
That's not like that here. And because it's so cold that the bees they're not really out so much right now because it gets so cold and rainy, so the bees don't go out. So what happens is that they don't have enough time to pollinate, because the bees are the ones to do the job, to pollinate those flowers in order for the fruit tree to propagate the fruit.
Yeah,
So-
we have the bees too.
Oh, you guys have the
So
bee? Yeah.
they do it, but it's like you said, you can look at the plant one day and you're looking at
All
all
the
these, fresh pieces of lime or whatever, and then you go out the next day and hundreds of them have just dropped off.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And you probably, yes.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, sometimes what's worse than actually the frost and the bees and that is that sometimes even the fruit trees like peaches and that, they start budding out and flowering, and the winds come up and knock all the flowers off so that they can't pollinate
Yeah,
and not even.
exactly,
Sometimes you lose
exactly.
fruit that way.
So, yeah, and especially cherry trees, they need a lot of more chilling hours in order to propagate, to give you fruit during the summer. So if they don't get enough chilling hours, which is a long periods of cold, then they're not gonna have, we're not gonna have the fruit
Right.
in time. So that's why the fruit tree will be nice and healthy, but you're not gonna have any fruit. So why have a fruit tree if it's not propagated, right? That's why pomegranate is the easiest still. It will give you a lot of fruit, easy to grow. It's not everybody's favorite, yes, but apple trees. Apple trees is another one that is easy, well, not easy. Mainly, yes.
Sorry, now, since we're on fruit trees, I have two questions. One is, does it make sense to cover them with blankets or in the winter? Because I see some neighbors do them and some neighbors don't, and I don't. But
Which kind of fruit tree?
I have apple, cherry,
Oh, no. If it drops the leaves, no.
citrus. So don't,
Citrus,
citrus should be covered?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
citrus, it's a little bit hard when,
Tender,
depending,
tender, yeah.
yeah, depending what's style, I want to say that's the word, what kind of cover you're gonna use. Because if you do plastic, on sunny days like today, it will create a greenhouse effect.
Okay.
And then tomorrow will be cold. So you don't want the greenhouse effect and then cold again. So you definitely want to like uncover them during when the sun comes out. So if it's a sunny day, you definitely, it's a lot of extra work.
Yeah,
It
it
can be done, but yes. So
But
for,
does it make sense too, I guess? Because I don't, but I wonder if that's why my
Oh.
fruit trees,
it helps,
it does help.
It does
To
help.
cover the,
Yes.
okay.
yes. The only thing again is that if it's gonna be a sunny day,
You gotta get out there.
You gotta get out
Okay.
there and uncover them.
Okay.
Because otherwise you get too much of a greenhouse effect and it
Okay.
doesn't do well for the tree, because then we get cold season again.
Okay.
Because we have like, a couple of weeks ago, it was really dry, beautiful, and it felt like spring. And then we just got this cold weather, we got snow in the mountains, and right now the wind is gonna be really cold. So that affects all the plants. Plants don't know what to do right now. The fruit trees, we got our fruit trees trying to bud out already. Look at our pomegranate, it's waking up. That's not supposed to right now, but it already has all the leaves on them. So the other fruit trees are already budding out, and if they have enough time, they'll open up the flower, and like you said, we'll get the wind, the cold wind, and it will damage them. Now, on your fruit trees right now, what you should be doing on pear trees and peaches, it's applied fungicide, copper fungicide. That helps a lot right now for the fruit trees, because if we get a, what do you call it, a wet spring that is hot and then cold again, then you're gonna have problems with the peach, and especially pears. They develop this thing called black light. It turns, the branches turn black from the tips, and it just keeps coming down.
Doesn't that work in the flowering pears trees also?
Correct.
Because I lost a lot of them,
Exactly.
something like
Yeah,
that.
they're in the same family, flowering pears
Flowering pears.
and pears. Just one is the big one that is for flower, and the other one is the actual fruit. So yes, on those, unfortunately for the big trees, the pears, you can't really get there and spray them, because the copper fungicide, you need to spray on the top. It's not a synthetic
I
formula
wish I
that you
knew that
can apply.
earlier. I lost
Yeah.
all these big trees.
Yeah.
Exactly same thing, the branches turn black, and that's,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
going, what's
And you
wrong
can't
with
do
the tree?
anything about it. We forget sometimes, we get so busy that we have like 10, 24-inch boxes. That's a big loss for us, because those were already established pear trees. They were the Asian pears. That was a type of Asian pears. But they were nice and big already, giving fruit. And before the following spring, they got that because we forgot to spray them with copper fungicide. And you can get it almost anywhere now. Before it was really rare to find it. Now it's like a Home Depot, Lowe's. We carry it sometimes. We do brought some samples for that. And the copper fungicide, this one, it's already ready to use. However, we recommend to get the other one that you can hook up to the hose, the garden hose, and completely spray all the trees. This is the time to do it right now, this coming month, before they can get anything like that. Especially pears, peaches, and not plums, apricots. Apricots, they also tend to get that. So that's another thing. For fruit trees, I know we like to keep them organic. We keep our stuff organic. There's obviously the good thing of organic that it's, you're not putting any chemicals in it. However, we do like to recommend our customers to fertilize with 999. It's a balanced fertilizer. It's not as strong, but it's like right in the middle. It's not organic, because the problem with organic fertilizers is that you don't see the benefit if you don't do it properly. You will constantly have to do it like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, in order to see the result. If you don't do fertilizer on your fruit trees, you don't get a lot of the fruit, you don't get a lot of the benefits that comes with it. So there's 15 and there's 999. So 15, it's one of the best fertilizers you can use for shrubs, trees, even your grass. But for grass, you can do a specialized for grass fertilizers. But for the for shrubs and trees, 15. If you want to do for your fruit trees, you can do 15. You will get size of the market apples, but it's not completely organic. 999, it's the formula is a lot lower, but it's passing the organic. I think it's called. They'll get some certificate stamp on it saying that it's completely organic, and if it doesn't have that, then it's not completely organic. So 999 doesn't have it, but lower than that is considered organic. So there's fertilizers that are 777, 666. Those are completely organic fertilizers that you can apply to the fruit trees, and you're not going to see that much benefit.
Hey Victor, can you mix too many different fertilizers and actually, negate what you're doing, harm what you're doing? Like, for example, we use like casings and bone marrow for some, but if I add something else into the mix, is it gonna slow things down, or,
Will
not
be too
make-
much fertilizer, you mean?
What's that?
Like what kind of fertilizer
Yeah.
is it? Like bone?
Yeah, the bone marrow
Oh.
and the casings, I forget which ones they were she got, but if I add too much in there, like if I put 999 in there or something like that, am I trying to juice it up too much?
Yes. Especially for the 999 or the 15.
Just let that
You-
work on its own.
Yeah. Correct, because if you go with organic fertilizers, then you can add the bone marrow and all those extra ones that are also organic.
Okay, because we had done some initial planting, and so it's gonna be soaked into the soil by now. So adding anything else could just be a benefit as long as I don't put too much of different types, right?
Correct, yeah. Especially on the triple 50. The triple 50 works great by alone. And it works way better if it's applied every 3 months, because it's a slow release formula. So you should do it every 3 months if you're applying the fertilizer for your shrubs. And again, for the fruit trees, it's a decision that you gotta make. If you go organic completely, then you go with the 999. In the 999, you get really great results. You'll see them, but you do it by itself.
Okay,
Are your fruit trees on automatic system?
I'm about to put them on a system similar to what you put in, on another part of the property, so.
Yeah, the drip line?
Yeah, exactly,
Correct.
exact thing. And then one other question, because I know we're talking about the fruit trees and stuff, but is it possible to grow any types of nuts, macadamia nuts, almonds, or anything like that out here?
Yes, because they do drop the leaves on the winter. They're supposed to go dormant during the winter. So for out here, yes, you can grow them. Anything that is evergreen is questionable.
Okay.
Again, all the citrus are evergreens, all the avocados are evergreens. Avocados even worse because during the summer, they don't like the extreme heat that we get here.
Okay.
However, there's customers. We planted an avocado tree for a customer in Sierra Colony, completely exposed. What he did differently, and this is something that might help you guys, is what he did, he wrapped around Christmas lights around the tree, but the old Christmas lights, the one that produce the heat. Because right now everything's LED. So LED don't produce any heat. Yeah. So he did that. We planted, we're like, we wash our hands, it's up to you now. And he said, no worries, I got it. Every summer, because he moved houses, but every summer, after a couple of years, because it takes a couple of years for the avocados to produce the avocados, he was coming to the shop. He was dropping off avocados, telling me, look, you said I couldn't grow it. I didn't say that. I mean, I'd say it's hard for you to produce them, but yes. So all he did differently, he told me the trick. He put them on a wraparound Christmas lights around the tree. Put them on an automatic timer, he said, because one day you forget to turn the lights on, the tree's gonna be toasted. And the tree grew like 20 feet, and then he didn't wrap around any more Christmas lights, and you can see like a stalk of like 3 feet that was just completely the stalk, no leaves at all, because he didn't put any more Christmas lights around that tip.
Was
And
it
the tree was burned.
heat?
It was the cold that burned everything. For the heat, what he did, he run the water hose all day, every day for summertime. Just a little bit of drip. And you can go, I went over there and I see the mud. It was mud completely. But I'm pretty sure the avocados at the market would have been less expensive than wasting all the water. But he made it grow. So yes, you can. But that tip for the Christmas lights around them, it works just for the citrus trees as well. And anything that you want to grow like that, like tropicals, like mango and all those. You can grow that. You can make them grow. If you get, I recommend my customers to get a semi-dwarf or a dwarf lemon or lime. If they want to go tropicals, same thing. Get them dwarf or semi-dwarf. That you can put them close to an area that is protected from the wind, and that you can run Christmas lights around them in case he needs it, in case it's growing, it's getting bigger. You can do that, and yeah, you can make them grow.
So they're in a big pot?
Yes, correct. Yeah, exactly. Is you get the dwarf kinds, you can put them in a big pot, and they will grow no problem, and they will give you the fruit. Again, avocado trees take a couple of years before they can produce. Limes and lemons, they produce the same year. Not as much, but they will produce. So, but again, on fruit trees, since we're talking about the fruit trees, the main thing is to water them. Water, water, water. So, and when you get a new one, plant it with a gopher wire or chicken wire at least. So when you plant, you make the hole and you wrap around the fruit tree, the root ball with chicken wire. If you do that, you give the bigger chance for the tree to survive. Because out here we get ground squirrels, gophers, and you might not get them right now. Yeah.
I wanted to ask about that. I've heard some people say you have to put it all the way under the entire hoop ball, or you just have to go a certain number of feet down.
No, wrap it around from the top, from the bottom. We learned the hard way. At first, we were just doing around and leaving it exposed for where the trunk is. We will go back and replace the tree because we guarantee it. We found that the gopher ate the whole thing because just by jumping to the top.
How deep will they dig?
I know. But if you're gonna go with the 15-gallon container, which is the pomegranate over there, that you definitely wanna wrap it around. If you go with the 24-inch wooden box, 2 feet, you can just go around it. You don't need to go under.
So the roots don't have any trouble getting through the chicken wire?
No,
Don't choke them,
no,
the chicken wire.
no. It will not choke them. The fruit trees roots are
Hardy?
not as big, so they don't need to really break apart the basket. And that's why you do galvanized chicken wire, because it's still gonna deteriorate. It's still gonna break apart, and 3-4 years later, the gopher can still come through and kill it. But at least it's gonna give you a chance for the tree to grow, for you to have a chance for a battle and trying to catch him before he gets to your tree. Because that is never gonna stop. Yeah.
So I have an apple tree and, it does really well. But something like a ground squirrel got in there underneath and like all this earth came out and there was a big hole there, so I just put the water hose down there and it was watering it, but then these 2 toads came out.
Toad? Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Like giant frogs. And, yeah, I was like, here we go. And then I thought, well, is that gonna kill the toads if I keep watering it like that? I mean, I still cover it up.
The toads will love it because they're like water.
Yeah.
But,
But isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I never.
They love going down into those holes at those ground squirrels.
I never could. We have never come across
Not
a
one
toad.
that too came out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not digging through.
But they're not bad for your,
I don't know.
okay.
I never come across them, so I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
The insects,
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I mean, there's many kinds out there. I'm not sure if all just insects.
But if a gopher or a ground squirrel made that hole, I have to cover it up.
Yes.
Okay.
If you see a hole in the ground and that is uncovered, you can see the hole. That is a ground squirrel. Yeah. If you just see the little pile of dirt, that's a gopher.
Yeah, that goes
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. You don't see the hole, you see the big pile of it. Yes. We had gone to houses that we do service. That we do weekly service. Tree roses. The tree roses perfectly fine one weekend. The next weekend it's tilted and it still has flowers completely like it's a brand new plant and nothing is happening to it, but it's tilted. Our guys go and they just pull the nub. There's no roots at all. We had taken pictures of that. There's no roots at all. There's just completely the nub of the tree roses. So yes,
You know, the gophers push up the dirt like into their mound because they don't like the light coming in.
correct.
So if you really want to aggravate them, try to keep moving that light out of the way and you know, maybe put the hose down it or something. But then sometimes if you're going to trap them, they'll keep coming up and you're more successful if you use gopher traps.
Yes.
Because they'll come up, you know, to block up the light. And that's the reason why they're different than the squirrels. The squirrels just have holes and you'll see, the gophers you'll see not the dirt in their
Yes.
hole because they're trying to block the light.
Correct. But and that's why one of our favorite traps. I thought I brought it with me, but I didn't bring it. It's a black box, and the trap is really good. Just like you said, they don't like the light, they don't like the wind, because they're kind of completely blind almost. So when you uncover the hole, you set the trap in, and you leave everything exposed except the little hole in the trap. The wind goes through the hole, and the gopher would think that the hole got exposed, so he has to go back and cover it, and that's when you get them. And that trap is reusable, so you can get many gophers. We have some at our houses that we do maintenance for, and it works great. For us, it works great, because at least if you don't get it, if you don't kill it, because they're smart, they'll push dirt behind, so they will fill in the trap with dirt. But at least you can go check that trap and you can see that the gopher is still there because it's set up all the dirt in it. So you go back and set it and reset it again until you catch it. At least we know with that trap, because when you do poison or the gas, you don't know if you got it. You just throw it in there and hope for the best. So it's like, yeah, it might work for like a few days, the gas ones, and then you think you got them, and then suddenly the plant is dead. So, yeah.
Victor, it's so nice to hear all of this. You said you sell that trap at the shop? The gopher trap?
We sell them, but we get it almost also at the hardware store. The hardware store, they carry it.
That's cool, that's
Yeah.
cool, thanks for supporting that business too.
Yeah.
Did you bring one here for us to see?
I forgot that one. I thought I brought it with me. I brought all these things, but I didn't bring that one. But yes, so that's on the fruit tree section. I can't stress enough. Yes.
I wanted you to, if possible, talk a little about horse manure. So we have horses and we want to use the horse manure to kind of help we just moved to that property, the earth's very depleted and we want to revitalize the earth. How would you use the horse manure best? Would you mix it in with other kind of?
Yeah, you definitely want to mix it up. Horse manure gets really hot, so you don't want to use it just directly for shrubs. If you want to use it for trees, established trees, you can use it. I'll still recommend you to mix it up with 50-50 planting mix, and you can add some of it. So 50-50 planting mix, you do a scoop of that one for half a scoop of the horse manure. Horse manure and chicken manure, they tend to get too hot. The chicken manure especially too. So those get too hot, and if for, again, established trees, not a problem because they're already established. They get all the nutrients without being burned out. But if you do it, especially on like new plants or roses, they get too hot and you can burn the plant.
Even if you rot them out for 3 months, like the
Oh yeah, it needs at least like a year.
Wow.
To mix it up. And even like that, because we have used it. We mix it up with the soil that we do transplanting, because all these plants, they keep on growing. So especially like pepper trees, they don't care what you really put to them. It's my most selling tree. Pepper tree by far is the most selling tree. So for that one, we had used that horse manure that we got from a customer. We did a couple of testing. We put I think it was 5 trees made that day. And each of them, he mixed it up with 50-50, and then 1-on-1, and then a quarter, 2-to-1 ratio. And they didn't like it that much. Like one of the pepper trees that had 50-50, 50% of the horse manure and 50% of the planting mix that we have, didn't like it. It dropped all the leaves, but it came back. This is a pepper tree, it came back. But the other ones were fine. So be careful with that one. You got established trees, do it for those. And again, a little bit, not too much. You don't want to cover like 5 inches of the soil around it. You do want to mix it up and do it in sections. That is organic. That is slow release. You use it, but you don't see the benefit right away. That's the downside about using the organic stuff. You don't get to see it right away. If you're constantly there and applying it, then yes, you get to see it. Yes.
Speaking of soil, we're in Sierra Colony, and our soil is like as hard as freaking concrete.
Yes.
Like you cannot.
Yes.
What do you have to do to that to like be able to plant in it? How do you can you just dig it up and throw a plant in there, or should I be mixing, or what do I do with that like concrete rock hard soil?
It all depends on what kind of plant you plant.
Okay.
Again, pepper trees, pine trees, and really harsh, strong shrubs around here, like rosemary, the burning sage. Those are really, really tough. They grow in the mountains by itself. Rosemary is super tough. On those, you don't really have to do any particular special thing for the soil. It's more for like the water.
Okay.
You do constant water instead of once a week water. The plants will do a lot better. Even on Sierra Colony, we plant there and we set the timers for every day on the summer, twice a day, about 5 to 6 minutes. They don't need a ton of water. They just need water constantly so the soil breaks through. and the soil, the ground is just a little more moist and the plants can break through that. You use that and you mix it up with the triple 15 fertilizer and you're set. That's how we have our houses that we do maintenance out here, and that's the only thing we do differently. We take care of the timers, because I know customers wanna like, okay, I got drought tolerant plants, they don't need that much water, they're already established. Yeah, they are, but if you really want a showcase plant, then let us do our way, because we know testing it and applying fertilizer, we know what works best for the plant. They need a little bit of water, but constantly, instead of deep watering for, 1 hour of water or once a week, it will keep the plant alive, but it will not be a really thriving and happy plant. Yes.
And is that the same for trees also, or different for trees?
Trees?
Yeah.
Depends what kind of trees, but most of the trees that are already established, you can go deep watering on those. Mhm. You can go once a week on the summertime for pepper trees. If you're already happy the way they are, you can stop the water completely on pepper trees and, not pine trees, on pepper trees. Pine trees, they need more water. They need more water because of the bark beetle going on. Summertime when they were drying out, you can have a healthy tree and your neighbors didn't water theirs and a bark beetle will come in. So what happens is that the tree inside the trunk, the bark inside the trunk shrinks when the tree needs water to compensate for all the dry. So what happens is that the bark beetle can get on the tree and travel faster down the trunk inside. So what happens when you add water, it builds back up and it's hard for the bark beetle to travel down and kill the tree. So a lot of trees will probably have that, but because they get water, the bark beetle doesn't really travel that fast. So it gives the customer time to apply a synthetic formula, because obviously we can't spray the trees that far out. So you do a synthetic formula, like it's called 3-inch shrubs. That works really great for us. And that one, you apply it when the tree is healthy, you apply it once a year. On pine trees, eucalyptus, mulberries. Pepper trees, it's really hard. You have to do anything to them. But if you got pepper trees that are halfway of the size that you want, you can give them water every day, and they will grow 6-8 feet in like 2 months. Our pepper trees, we have in greenhouses. We get, we call liners when it comes on a flat of 50 little trees. That's how we get them on pepper trees. We don't grow them from the seeds. We actually get them from another place. We get 50 little trees in a flat. We put them into 1-gallon containers, and from there, in like 2 months, we put them in the greenhouses. They get water every day, and in 2 months, they'll already be like 4 feet, 3 feet and a half, around that much, yeah. So that's how fast pepper trees can grow. But again, at the same time, yes?
Yes, I have some cottonwood trees in a pot right now, and the soil is kind of sandy, a little natural.
Yeah.
Like, it's like sand. But the thing is, what is the process to put it into the ground? And I'm afraid they're gonna die, like shocking and.
Cottonwoods?
Cottonwood.
Yeah, those, they grow like weeds too. Yeah, they grow really, really fast. It's actually the fastest growing tree that we have here. But at the same time, it's the one that needs a lot of water. So transplanting into the ground, if you have them on sandy soil, you definitely want to plant them with some really good soil, like 50-50 planting mix. You can go, the 50-50, you can get it anywhere, places like Site One, the closest one here is Sandy Building Materials. They have the plant, you just go there, hey, I want 50-50 planting mix. The downside about that is that you get it by the scoops of tractor. So you need a truck. That's the downside. Other than that, you can get a bag of Home Depot of raw mulch. Is one of the best soils that we had tested. And raw mulch, you can just mix that with the pumpers that you have. But after that, nothing else special, because they grow really, really fast.
Is there anything you can spray your trees with to prevent beehives? Last year I had 3 beehives. 1 in a cottonwood, actually 2 in a cottonwood in the front, and then a mulberry in the back.
You know
Huge.
what? I don't know. And that's a good thing because when we do tree service, sometimes there's a lot of beehive in there.
Yes.
We have to call the
A bee person.
Yeah, a bee person to get rid of them. 'Cause,
Okay.
yeah, but no, we don't.
Just so people know that you can end up contacting bee people who will come out and they're looking to exterminate the bees and charge to do it. Or you can contact, we have information for a couple of different services. They're nonprofits that are trying to promote the bees, so they'll come, they'll take the beehive away, and they won't charge you a dime.
I want that contact.
I want that. Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah, when we do tree service, there we got a client. There's a beehive, and we gotta call the bee people, but they come and
Okay, scoop them up.
yeah,
Okay.
and they charge us. The ones we there.
We had some of them that they vacuumed it
Yeah.
into a thing, but they did charge us.
No, they charge
They
us.
sucked it.
Yeah, they charge us, huh?
Yeah, they charged me a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I like the no charge.
yeah. I like that one. But yeah, so again, yes,
Can you grow roses in big pots?
yes, you can.
And how long will they survive, you think? A couple years? A year?
On big pots, they will depending on the pot, but it should many years really.
Okay.
Yeah, we got roses on the houses that we do maintenance in pots that are, I mean, over 10 years easily. Yeah. It's just they are bigger pots, but you can definitely grow them. Okay. Yes.
Would you recommend shrubs or trees for a windbreak?
For-
Cypress?
Like a windbreak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I said winter break. No, for windbreak. Okay, yeah, for windbreak, I mean, depends. Easy pepper trees, they grow fast. You let them grow, they create a wall, right? So, yeah. But they do tend to be a tree trimming commitment because they can break branches. Pine trees are meant for that. Pepper trees are meant, pine trees are meant for windbreak. Cypress, Italian cypress, but you gotta plant a lot of them to put them together. The tall, skinny cypress, they work great, but you just gotta plant more. There's Arizona cypress as well. They're blue looking and they're more wider. I think they grow like 15 feet wide, but they kind of narrow on the top. So still you gotta plant them close together to create the windbreak. From there, if you're jumping more to like lower of like hedges, the best hedges that we get here are Texana privets, and from there Carolina cherries, but they like a lot of water. Another
What was
hedge.
the first one you said, for hedges?
For hedges, it's Texana privet and then Carolina cherries. From there, what's another one popular in the valley? A lot of people wants to get it. Podocarpus, they don't like our weather. Podocarpus, they can burn a lot on the top, but they will recover, but they always gonna turn really bad on the top from the frost damage. So boxwood is great, but it's shorter. Yeah, so it's a lot shorter, but it's a great option. We like boxwood. So the rabbits kind of beat them at first, but not their favorite. So another hedge. Yeah, from there, the couple of the best vines for a vine is the star jasmine. White flowers, really great fragrance. Rabbits will eat the bottom part, so get them in a bigger containers. So get the 50 gallons, because the second plant right there is the star jasmine. And if you plant it at your house, half of it will be eaten by the rabbits. Will be nothing but the trunk. They'll stay alive. They don't eat the trunk for some reason. But as you get them bigger, you get more plant out of it, and you can actually keep them growing. From there, the other best vine for something larger is forgot the name. Yellow flowers, comes in yellow and white. Lady Bank Rose.
Oh.
Yeah, those are great. They're already starting flowering right now. And it flowers 2 to 3 times a year. It grows really fast. But it doesn't stay on the trellis. it kind of grows everywhere, like kind of shoots branches all over the place. So you gotta trim it and shape it so you can keep it on the place. But it does grows really well. Those are the two best vines that you can do for here.
It's pretty hardy, lady guys.
Yes.
Another question about, we're talking about vines. And I see that there's a lot of different types of wisteria. Is there a certain wisteria that grows out better in our area than, because I've seen Chinese and this kind and this kind and this kind, and thinking, what's the difference between all these wisterias and how does it grow out here?
The best one for out here, and the most common, is from L.E. Cook. It's a brand. I'm not 100% sure the name, the botanical name for the plant, but it's a purple wisteria that we have. Like, I can't remember the botanical name to let you know, but I know there's different kinds. There's a white one, there's a pink one, but they're not as common anymore. So the only one we are able to get in our experience, and only I can tell you on those, is the purple wisteria from the nursery that grows them, is L.E. Cook Nurseries. It's a wholesale, but they're the only ones that can still producing the wisteria. Yeah, we tried other nurseries, other wholesalers, and they don't carry them anymore.
You don't carry the wisteria?
We do
Oh,
carry,
you do, but
yeah,
not
but
the name
wholesalers,
yet.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Also, so retail, we got many wholesalers out there that we try to get plants from. But yes,
What
so
color flowers on those?
purple,
Oh, okay.
purple, and the one we have at the office is a big one. It's a really mature one. It's from them, and it grows really fast. They don't like a lot of trimming. They if you trim them too much, they don't flower. They don't flower the next
Probably the
year.
wrong time of trimming, maybe, I would think.
That too. So you gotta be careful on those. Yes.
So I have, I live off of Davenport and I have boron in my water. What, pepper trees, they don't care
Yeah.
about it, but, what trees or what could you do, what could I do to treat the water, or what kind of shrubs or something would grow?
What is
Yeah.
it
You
called?
know, it's boron.
Boron.
Yeah, we come across houses with that, and there's only a few plants. It minimizes half of these options, and it's really the desert birds of paradise. Those are really, really plants that don't care also what you feed them with.
Paradise?
Yeah, desert birds of paradise. Yeah, it comes in yellow,
Uh-huh,
a yellow with a little bit of orange.
okay.
There's another one with the same name, but it's the orange and red, and that one they have it at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they don't. Yes, yeah, the Mexican bird of paradise, but they don't. That's one of the plants that we can get it for you. We have it in the summer. Mexican birds of paradise.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have some.
but it's one of the few ones that we don't
I'm
guarantee.
serious, I think.
That color.
Oh, there they look like,
Yeah.
that's it, though, there's nothing?
No, there's more. There's the yucca, rosemary, and a little olive. So yucca, it's another one.
Uh-huh,
Red yucca.
red?
Yeah, red yucca. Little olive, it's another one that grows really well as well. And rosemary and coastal rosemary.
Okay,
That would be another one that we know for a fact it can tolerate that.
all right.
You might want to also throw in the burning sage, but it has a strong fragrance.
He doesn't like it, I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a really, really strong fragrance. But some people like it. Yeah, so that'd be another one. But again, yes.
Do you sell the Mexican, paradise?
Yes. Yes, we do. But we always carry in stock the yellow one with orange. The orange one that are one in front of Costco, those we only get them on late spring. Yeah, I can get them for you tomorrow, but I don't guarantee them.
Oh,
Yeah, we replaced way so many of those, the orange ones, because they're really beautiful on Costco, but we brought them here, we planted them. They grew on the spring and summer, but in the winter they died, and in the spring then it came back. Because they're supposed to drop the leaves. So we thought they were gonna come back. But for every 10 that we planted, we were replacing 8 of them. So that's one of the ones that we're not gonna guarantee you that can easily grow here. But yes, we can get it for you. The yellow one, no problem.
Well, those are natives, right? The yellow ones with the red? Because we
Yes.
have native. that's
Yes,
just for paradise.
correct. There's a native one. Yeah, they propagate from seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bird would drop a seed
Right,
anywhere
yeah,
else. and-
they replant themselves.
Yeah, even invasive, yes.
What grows best under pepper trees, like when it's all shady, you know, we have like a lot of area with just pine trees and pepper trees, and under this are like there's some colorful flowers. What could be grown there?
Nothing. Under the pepper trees and the pine trees, well, even the pine trees, you can grow, I forgot the name. But yeah, pepper trees not really. They drop so much. It's not the trash that doesn't let them grow. It's the acid that they drop that doesn't let the soil or let anything else grow. So they're kind of invasive. Yeah.
The weeds never grow under the pepper.
Exactly. So you can plant things, but they're not gonna be good for like over a year. Because we try that for customers that we wanna have something there. And the only one is the rosemary and the lavender variegated. But we do the maintenance, so we were always cleaning out the area at the bottom. And we were keeping the tree clean up about 8 feet off the ground. So that helped a lot, but it's still, all the things that we planted die within like 6 months. Yeah, so pepper trees is a little more invasive. For ground cover, the best ground cover that you can grow here is myopodum by miles. It's the best ground cover that you can put in your house that are really drought tolerant. Myopodum, this one right here. Myopodum is the best ground cover. It stays short to the ground, only grows about like 4 inches, and it covers a whole, this plant can cover like 10 feet.
Can you say the name one more time?
Myopodum, MYOPURUM. Myopodum, yeah, close enough, I think.
And that's a good ground cover for, like, I have a hillside that just dirt and boulders and rocks, and I just want to put something there that's not.
Yeah. Oh, if you Google myopodum, has beautiful white flowers and it's short to the ground. We have used it as an alternative for grass for the front yard. Yes.
How do snakes like that?
Snakes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really thick. It's really, really thick. So thick snakes are not going to be able to hide.
Okay.
Little snakes, but not really.
Gravitate toward that.
Yeah. No. There's not really.
Do the gophers like it?
They don't. They like it, but they don't kill it to the point. I mean, they don't eat it enough to the point because it propagates so fast. Wherever it lands, their branches, it propagates more roots. So we seen the gophers in between the hill area, but not to the point that it's killing the whole thing. We give us time to catch them, and we can see areas where the gopher is there, but it's more for like, that's his house. It's not like
Not gophers plant,
yeah.
just the.
Yeah, it's really, really great. Also, it's really drought tolerant. We have planted this one on drip line like this. Yes.
I was wondering if you have any recommendations for like perennial grasses that are maybe native to this area that would be good for pasture restoration?
The only one that propagates really fast, drought tolerant, is Mexican feather grass. It propagates from seeds and it can become invasive with no water. So that would be the best one for that. Mexican feather grass. But yeah, on the myopodum, this drip line is a pre-perforated drip line. This is the brown one. It already has the holes in it, so we've done this one, and it's a drip line. So it waters just what the plant needs instead of having sprinklers over, because the sprinklers will create weeds. So this one, it should water just what the plant needs. And again, for myopodum, within a year, you can cover a whole area with really minimum water. And we have installed it next to the pool areas on planters, and it cascades down, and it looks really, really nice. It's a really, really nice plant to have for open areas, and we also planted roses and other shrubs in between the hill with the same water.
Is
So,
it kind of like a succulent where it helps to prevent fire?
not sure.
Like, what is it called? not ivy, but
Ice plant?
ice plant, yeah, is it like
It's
that?
better than ice plant.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
To prevent fires, I'm not sure.
Not
But I know,
prevention,
yeah.
but you know, when the fire comes, there, it starts opening.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice plant. Again, we do that one as the ground. It covers the whole ground within a year. And then we can still plant trees and shrubs in between.
Does it need a lot of water?
No. It's again, it's on a drip line.
Is that-
Yeah, super drought tolerant, and it propagates really fast, like really, really fast. The only downside is installation. You do want to run this drip line, like every couple of feet or every foot if you want to see fast coverage. Because wherever you're gonna plant that, because it comes in 1 gallon containers and it also comes in flats. And the flats, we usually, when we install for the hills, we get it in flats, and we cut the flats in 6 pieces. So we get 6 bunches of them, and we always plant it where the drip is. We put it right there, and then it goes from there.
How far are those holes spaced?
Every foot,
Every foot?
yes. Every 12 inches, you have 1
Did
drip
you-
on it.
Did you say they flower?
Yeah, white flowers, and it gets full of flowers. So you bring bees to the house too. So it's a really one of the best ground cover because from there, for out here, the next ground cover will be rosemary, but the ground cover type. The one I brought in is the Tuscan rosemary, which is the shrub. But there's another one that's the ground cover that spreads out really fast as well. That is a taller plant. This one, when I put them, again, only 4 inches thickness at max. So it stays really, really low to the ground. So it's, for ground cover, that would be the best option.
And Victor, you said that'll help bring bees?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, with the flowers, because it flowers a lot. And it flowers 2 to 3 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an evergreen.
How do ice plants fare here in this climate, and also palm trees? Can you tell about those two things?
Yeah, which one was the first one?
Ice plants, like the.
Oh, ice plant? The ice plant, the only one I see thriving is the one that is compacted, is ice plant compact, pink and purple. That's the name that we order from, as we ordered it from. And it's a slow grower. That's the downside of the ice plant. Because from there you get the freeway daisy ice plant, and that's the one that is really thick with the long branches. It comes in blue and green, and that one though spreads out a little bit faster. But the ice plant, there's one that's more compact, really nice flowers, drought tolerant, but it's a slow grower compared to the other ones. This one year, I mean, you can just use it as a single plant, just have the 1 gallon planting here, and it'll spray out fast. And on a drip line, on a sprinkler, you can do both.
And the palm trees?
On palm trees, there's only really 3 types of palm trees that like our weather, that are easy to grow. The first one and easiest will be the Mexican foam palm. They grow really tall and skinny on the bottom. Then the second one will be Canadian palm tree, or they're also known as pineapple palms. Those get really, really wide trunks, and then the big canopy on top. They're really sharp needles on the branches. So that's the other one. And then from there, you can also do, for shorter and around pool areas, you can do Mediterranean foam palms. Those, they tend to develop in like 3 branches, like 3 little trunks from the bottom. And they're really, really nice decorated ones especially for around the pool area. Because the root system don't break anything. You can literally plant on smaller spaces, even though the plant's gonna grow bigger. And the roots will not damage any construction. However, for that, if you got trees that you wanna plant on areas next to your driveway, like a mulberry tree that is maybe like within like 5 or 10 feet, you can do the root barrier. We've done that before for customers, where they wanted a shade tree for their driveways, in the front of the house, but they got the concrete. So for that, there's a root barrier. You can get it as side one. We use that a lot, more than you guys think, but it works really great. And now it's really thick plastic. You can do anything else, right? With a hard plastic, put it before you do the planting of the tree. And that will do it, but that is specialized for that. So it does work, and it's 2 feet. It's actually 20 inches. And that's more than enough for the roots not to go through to expand into the concrete areas. If you wanna protect some areas, plant it without having to worry in the future it's gonna damage or not, you do that. What else I brought in? Also, I brought in chain lock. Especially now for the wind. This chain lock, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but this is what we use when we tie our trees to the stakes. It's really, really easy product, easy to use. It locks in place, and that's it. So
Yeah, but how do you keep it from sliding down unless you put it through a branch or something?
correct,
Slide it down?
correct.
You
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the
You want
branch?
through the top and into the stake. So this one it goes for up to like 24-inch wooden boxes or a tree that is less than 1 inch thickness to hold them for the wind. And then we also have the bigger one. I brought these ones because I know that they're not really available like at Home Depot or anywhere else. So you can get it with us, but this one's do the bigger trees. It's a lot tougher material. So in case you need anything like this right now with the wind, breaking branches and all that. So we're doing that a lot lately, staking trees down, trim them because of all the wind and the rain. So I brought this as an example for you.
How
to
long do
see.
those usually weather? I mean,
Oh, this one?
years? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well, this one lasts easily a couple of years.
Okay.
That one, it depends. If the tree grows, then it rips apart really
Oh,
easily.
okay, yeah.
But the
I mean,
weather-wise, not a problem.
Brittle, you know, I find.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hey Victor, how about if we take a little bit of a break, everybody can grab a bite to eat, get a little bit more coffee, and then take a look at everything that we've got up here. We might have some specific questions for Victor, but.
Hopefully not.
We'll get.
I'm nervous.
We'll give them a little bit of a break. Because, and I hope everybody has filled out a little raffle card because FYI, all of these plants are gonna leave with somebody today. So, stick around until the end, but take a little bit of a break, we'll take maybe 5 minutes. Victor, can